Hey watch lovers, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have with us three 41mm Omega Aqua Terra models that are all blue dials. However, there are some subtle differences and some different shades of blue on the dial. I think the closer we look at these. So thank you to someone who subscribes to the channel, said, hey, it'd be a great review to have all three of the blue ones. At the time, I did not have them all in stock. However, today I happened to see all three. I'll bite the one here in the middle on the rubber strap and thought I'm going to grab them and go over them with you guys. So again, the 41mm Aqua Terra, the size, I'll go over the specs of these real quick. 41mm case, 40.2 across the polished bezel. You can see the bezel sits on top of that case. So 40.2 just from across the bezel. And then we have a 35mm crystal on these. 13.5mm thick, 47.7 lug tip to lug tip. We have a 20mm lug width. And, you know, I did not measure, I believe they taper down to 18. I'll confirm and list that in the description. I forgot to measure for this video. So I believe it is 18 though. We have the butterfly style clasp, dual push button release here. We do have half links on each side, no micro adjustment, and we do have screws to remove those links. So hopefully you can get a pretty good size, obviously with no micro. May not be perfect, but the half links should certainly help. We have a exhibition case back. Underneath there's the 8900 movement, 60 hours of power reserve. We do have signed screw down crown, 150 meters of water resistance. And on the bracelet, this weighs in at 149.1 grams. And on the rubber strap, 108.6. So what is that? About 40 grams less on the strap compared to the bracelet. We'll talk about the strap here at the very end. But really just wanted to put these dials side by side and give you all three of these options and ask you which dial preference you have. Let's talk about pricing too. So the Aqua Terra now retails at $5,900 on the stainless steel bracelet. $5,700 on the rubber strap, and this model here is still listed at $5,700 both here in our store and online. So I don't know if they are phasing this model out. However, it did not look like it got the bump increase, the price increase that everything else did for some reason. So again, I don't know. It's still listed at $5,700. So if you like this one, like I do, this may be the better option for you. So both of these on stainless steel. I actually think these dials look very similar. I've been trying to look at them at different light. I get pretty close to the same. And again, to my eye, I think we all see color maybe a little differently. Biggest difference here is obviously you have the different shade of blue for the Seamaster text, as well as the quarter minute markers, the 1530, 4560, and the tip on the second hand, which I really like. So compared to these two, I think they're both great looking. I like the extra little splash of additional color on this model here. Again, I'll list the reference numbers for all three of these in the description. And then when you compare the other two, I guess these are the two more closely related, just because you do have that shade of blue again. So here, instead of the tip of the second hand, you have the full second hand. You still have the quarter hour markers. However, you lose the text. So you get the extra color on the second hand, and then you get the text on this model. So just some subtle differences. And I will say this dial is definitely, to my eye, more of a what I'll call slate blue or slate gray blue dial. It's not as dark blue as this one. And for me, I personally feel like the hour markers are more viewable on the darker dial, or they just the way they hit the light compared to the lighter kind of gray dial. So my preference is this dial. They're both fantastic. They're both great. If you love that blue second hand, this is the one for you. And then again, the other blue, it's just the straight blue, no extra splash of blue anywhere on that dial. I said I was going to mention the strap. I've had many people buy these on bracelet and then order the strap after the fact to find out that the Omega Aqua Terra strap is actually one of the more expensive rubber straps. And I'll just put that out there now. So if you are in the market for one of these and you really like it on rubber and you're not sure you're going to wear it on bracelet, I would actually recommend you buy it on the rubber strap unless you think you might want the bracelet. And the reason being is the rubber strap and the deployant are both equally priced right around $260. However, you do have to pay for this extra stainless steel polished center link here, or end link that attaches with the titanium pin. Each side of those, or each one of those, is roughly $100. So give or take, you're looking at right around $725 for just the rubber strap with the end piece here and the deployant, which is actually very similar to what you would pay for the bracelet. So if you definitely don't want the bracelet, highly recommend the strap. I think it's a great look for these watches. But I wanted to put that out there as well. So let me know what your thoughts are. Which blue do you like? I'm going to tell you now, before I even noticed the slight price difference, just looking at these myself before hitting the film button on my camera, I like this dial. The blue second tan here is great. I like it, but I like this color dial better, and I like having the Seamaster text as well as the end of that second tan, just a little more subtle on that extra shade of blue. So again, I'll throw these on wrist real quick because folks always like to yell at me when I don't give you a wrist shot. So real quick, I'll give you a rubber strap and a bracelet option. As always, if there's anything I can do for you, anything at all, feel free to email me, brad@brentlmiller.com, and I will give you the last one. I have them all just in case you're shopping one of them. Again, this is my personal favorite. Would love to see this in a 38 as well. And a quick loom shot. Again, thanks for viewing. Let me know which one you like in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next video.